Here's the big question. Would you ask your partner to have a vasectomy this Christmas? TV presenter Myleene Klass revealed that her partner Simon has undergone the procedure after saying that her body had just been through enough. It was his turn. Now, Frankie, we're going to have to ask you because our eggs are all shriveled, so not really relevant anymore.
Cut to Frankie's eggs.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about mine.
Yeah. Would you be comfortable asking Wayne that?
I actually don't think I would. Obviously, we have spoken about it a bit, but we've got quite an age gap, and I had my kids quite young. Although we don't want any more, I don't really want the option taken away from me. And I just don't feel like it's fair to ask him to take that option away from him, because you don't ever know what's going to happen.
No.
But also, like, you know, I take the pill. I don't feel under pressure to take the pill because I take the pill for other reasons. I've got PCOS, so it helps with my symptoms for that. So maybe it's not the same for me because I don't feel like I'm taking it just as a contraception.
Yeah.
But I do also think it's crossed his mind because his friends are starting to have them, and I would have issue if he went and had it done and didn't talk to me about it.
Yeah.
So I definitely think it's a conversation to have as a couple, but would I force him? No, because if he tried to force me to have a hysterectomy, I'd have something to say about that for sure. So.
Well, yeah, because we always say it's our body, and,
Yeah.
you know, so therefore that we should be able to control what we do with our body. So I guess it's the same for a guy. I mean, Nadia, you've asked the question of that, haven't you?
I would.
You would what?
If I still had eggs...
If I
still had eggs, I would demand that he had a vasectomy.
Really?
Would you?
My contraceptive life has been a nightmare. Diaphragms popping across the room.
Oh!
Contraceptive sponges that I lost.
There's a mental image that the audience is never going to get out of their head all weekend.
A sponge is a thing.
Coils, long pieces of copper put up in and into my cervix.
Oh, right.
Without an anaesthetic. 2 children on the floor. I delivered them on the kitchen floor.
That's because the doctor didn't like you.
With no painkiller. And I'm just asking you to do...
Oh.
But with tiny little scissors, just a little...
Tiny little scissors.
Tiny. And you're going to say no. I have actually texted him, and I heard a little
good.
beep. Because I think he would. I think he would understand that, because he's seen me go through all the anguish that I've gone through with them. Oh. Oh, my God! No.
Is this what
I said, if I asked you to have a vasectomy, would you have said no? Because I would never ask you to have a hysterectomy. How come I'm suddenly in trouble? He said, I would never ask you to get sterilised. Oh, it's just started a row now.
Oh, it started.
Yeah, it started a row. Going to have a row straight after. I'm really shocked and upset that he wouldn't have a
Really?
Really?
I mean, I have to say, I'm with Frankie. I would not ask a man to do that. Apart from anything else, I think it's such an intimate thing. I would rather take responsibility, and I always did take responsibility for my contraception. But then I didn't have any problems with it. I mean, you had a tough time. I mean, I was on the pill for 18 years and I just did it, and I didn't have any problems.
Oh, I had every single one.
But I also wouldn't want the responsibility. If you kind of insisted that a guy had a vasectomy and then the relationship did split up, or you died or something or whatever, and then, I know, I always go to the worst place, don't I? Then I think that's too much.
If a man said to me, if you've got all your kids, and a man said, well, I don't want to not have that option, we all lose our option at 50.
But that's nature.
But that's nature.
Oh. But they're leaving all options that if you got divorced, they could go off and have more children. I would not feel happy with a man that was saying to me, I want the options, when you're in a committed marriage with children, and saying, well, just in case, I might want to go off and have some with somebody else.
I'm a bit like Kay. I feel like I want to take responsibility for my own body and do whatever I want to do with my body, and I don't think I'd ever ask anyone. Although my sister's husband did have a vasectomy because they'd had 4 children, all under like 10 years of age, and he just decided it was his turn to try and help out.
Good man.
And he did, and it is reversible, and it is quite a small operation as well, isn't it? He was
I feel like this has got very passive.
I know, I can't tell you, I'm going to have a row the second this show is over.
Yeah, you know, but what the flip side of it would have been, and you mentioned this, Frankie, didn't you, if your partner decided to go off and have a vasectomy because it was their body and they were taking responsibility and you were still in your reproductive years, and you said, well, well,
Yes.
I didn't want you to do that. Do they have control over or not?
Now, because that
okay,
doesn't sound
sorry.
fair either.
Okay.
And I just want to be angry.
Backing up, yeah.
Loads of people getting in touch. Karen says, no, a man should only get a vasectomy if that is what he chooses. No woman has the right to ask their man to remove his choice to have a child in the future.
I wouldn't demand it. I'd emotionally blackmail him until he did it.
That's OK, then.
That's fine. I completely agree with Nadia on this one, then. Emotional blackmail wins everything.